I'm going to try something a little different today. Before we do dive in though, I want to ask you to do me a favour. If you enjoy this journey of self-discovery and the ideas we're about to explore, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share this with someone who might find it interesting or who would need to hear this. It does mean a lot and helps me continue creating content just like this. Alright, let's get started, shall we? I want you to do something with me. No, don't worry. I'm not about to make you sign a dodgy contract in blood. This isn't Dr. Faustus. And no, this isn't Inception either. I'm not planting ideas in your mind. Or am I? But seriously, for now, close your eyes just for a second. Trust me, I promise I won't run off with your wallet. You're going to imagine something. Very simple. The word lemon. That's it. Just the word. Let it pop up in your mind like the opening crawl of Star Wars. Big, bold, floating in space. Or maybe like the Hollywood sign, except a bit more citrusy. Now let that word turn into a picture. A real, juicy, bright yellow lemon. You're seeing it now, aren't you? Not with your actual eyes. Mind you, your pupils are still shut, but your mind is doing all the heavy lifting. And look at that. It's got the whole HD experience. It's smooth, maybe a bit waxy, slightly dimpled, with that sunshine yellow colour. You can almost feel the weight of it in your hand. But okay, let's actually pick it up. Go on. Feel the coolness of it in your palm. Give it a little squeeze. Firm, isn't it? You know that if you press too hard, you'll break the skin and get that little zesty spray. But hold on, you're not actually holding anything, are you? And yet, you do feel it. Now, let's go a bit further. Imagine you've got a knife and you're cutting into that lemon, going to cut it into half. You press the knife into it, slight resistance at first, and then shwick, the blade slices through instantly. That zesty, citrusy smell fills the air, sharp, tangy, like that moment in Harry Potter when someone cracks open a box of Bertie's Bott's every flavour beans and prays they will not get the earwax flavour. And now, the real test. Give it a good squeeze. Feel the juice trickle through your fingers. Maybe a little spray hits your wrist. You hear the squishy little noise as the juice spills into a glass. That's some Michelin star level ASMR right there. Now take the glass and take a sip. That's it. That sharp, sour taste hits your tongue like a slap from an old school headmistress. Your lips pucker, your mouth waters, and for a moment you regret every decision you've ever made. Oh, so you can open your eyes now. Let's break this down. You were with me, right? You imagine that word, lemon. Simple enough. Not exactly a Christopher Nolan plot twist, is it? But then you closed your eyes and bam, you saw it. A bright yellow lemon. Smooth skin, maybe a little waxy to the touch. You felt the weight of it in your hand. You saw it, even though your eyes were closed. Interesting. How? I mean, really, how? This isn't Blade Runner. You're not a replicant with implant citrus-based memories. And yet there it was. Your mind took a single word and turned it into a full-blown 4K Ultra HD mental image. No CGI, no fancy special effects. Just you and that imaginary lemon chilling together in your head like a Inception dream level you didn't even sign up for. You know, Marcus Aurelius once said the happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. And right now, Your thoughts are bringing that lemon to life, shaping reality in your mind. Here's the kicker. It's all just your mind doing the work. There's no lemon here. There's only the experience of it. Interesting, isn't it? You didn't just see the lemon. The word itself metamorphed into an actual scene. Your mind literally rendered the lemon, colour, texture, the whole deal, like some overachieving Pixar animator. And do you know the wild part? You didn't need your eyes. Your eyes were closed. Remember that? But there it was, as real as anything in the outside world. Well, except it wasn't real at all, was it? And then you went further. You squeezed the lemon, felt the juice spraying onto your hand. You heard the squish, and let's just pause here for a second. Let's just pause, shall we? Where was the lemon? You weren't actually holding anything, and yet somehow you felt it. You even heard it. And unless you got some strange supernatural ability that's yet to be documented, that shouldn't be possible. But wait, it gets even weirder. Oh, yeah, let's not forget the taste. Oh yeah, that sour, punch you in the face bitterness. You probably pulled that classic, oh no, why did I just do that lemon face? But, and I feel like I shouldn't have to keep saying this, there was no lemon, no juice, no actual citrus anywhere near your mouth. And yet you felt it as if it were real. Strange, huh? And here's the thing. If the lemon wasn't there, if it was all some matrix level illusion created by your own brain, then how did you have the experience? The taste, the smell, the sensation? Your mind constructed all of it without anything physical. No lemon to squeeze, no juice to taste. Your brain just went, I'll handle this, and generated the whole experience for you. And we just accept this like it's normal. How does that even happen? You saw the lemon, squeezed it, heard the juice filling the cup, tasted the bitterness, but none of it came from the outside world, did it? Because the entire experience wasn't built out there, it was built in here. Your mind. Your mind, dear viewer, is basically Willy Wonka's chocolate factory. But instead of chocolate, it's manufacturing your entire reality, including how you see yourself, how you define yourself. But here's the part that should make you sit down and take a nice cup of tea and rethink everything. None of this is inherently real. It's all just interpretation. But, yeah, it's your best guess at what reality is, which when you think about it, is both deeply fascinating and mildly horrifying. So that lemon, the one you saw, felt, tasted, wasn't real, was it? And yet for a moment you actually experienced it. A bit weird, isn't it? Like finding out Dumbledore had always planned to let Harry walk into Voldemort's wand, that blast he had, just to build his character. But here's the question. Who was the one who experienced it? Who saw the lemon? Now, let's do something else. Grab a piece of paper, pause the video and get yourself a paper and pen. Actually do it. I know. It's a lot of effort for something that isn't a delivery order, but trust me. Now, what I want you to do, write down who you are. This is a tough one, but don't worry, this isn't some psychological test. Maybe it is. We'll find out together. So, what I want you to do, write on that paper, I want you to start with your name, that thing you respond to, even though you didn't pick it. It was given to you like a dodgy Christmas jumper from an aunt you never see. Now, write down your gender, the label you were assigned with at birth, before you could even hold your own head up. How presumptuous of them, really. Next, your nationality, another random dice roll. You were just plopped onto a piece of land, and now that's meant to mean something profound. How about your body? Your height, your weight, write it all down, your eye colour, keep on going. Like a preset character in The Sims, except you didn't even get to click through to the customization screen. Your job, if you have one, your school, if you went, your past, the memories you hoard like an emotional dragon sitting on a pile of "this defines me." Keep on going. How about your beliefs? About life, about yourself, about what's possible, about what isn't possible. You know, pause the video and keep on writing. Write as much as you can. It's worth it, trust me. Or not. You know, your personality, the things you like, the things you hate, the things you say are just the way you are, even though most of them are just things you picked up watching Friends reruns. Right. Now take a good look at that piece of paper. This is you, yeah? Or at least that's what you were told. But here's the thing. No one ever mentioned you never wrote that script. Your name, given to you. Your gender, given to you. Your beliefs, handed you on a plate. You were handed an identity like a character in the Truman Show. Except no one had the courtesy to let you know you were in the show. And like a good little method actor, you played the role. You weren't consulted. You never got a say. You just accepted it. Remember the lemon? The one your mind created? It wasn't real, but you experienced it. Now ask yourself, is this you any different? Because just like your mind conjured that lemon, it conjured the version of you, the one on that paper, the one you call me. But if you see this identity, if you can step back and observe it, then that means you are not it. You are the one watching it. Spooky, I know. And if you are watching, then who is being watched? Think about that. All this time you've believed yourself to be the one on the paper. The name, the job, the history. But all this time, something has been quietly watching. And the reason you didn't realize it is you've been too busy playing the part. You forgot you were never just the part. You're not the story. You are the awareness reading the story. And as Marcus Aurelius put it, he said, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Or, in more modern terms, you're Neo. And this is your red pill moment. Oh, that was my fall down a mud hole moment. So, now we've had a little look at the lemon. Yeah, remember that? The one you didn't hold, but still felt, tasted and heard. The one your mind cooked up out of thin air. And here's where it gets fun. That lemon, just like your identity. You didn't create it, you were just handed it. And much like the lemon, it can all be tossed aside when you realize it's not actually you. You sat down, wrote out everything you think is you. The name, the job, the body, the beliefs. But now ask yourself, how much of that is really you? And how much of it was simply given to you? You didn't come up with your name, did you? Your family, your job, you didn't decide your culture, your society's rules, your upbringing. It was all handed to you. Like a bad Christmas sweater no one told you. Ooh, here's another mud hole. Yeah, it's all handed to you. No one told you it was going to be part of your wardrobe. I'm being a lot more careful of the mud holes now. But you know what's really funny, apart from me tripping over? You've been playing the part, haven't you? You've been acting in the show you didn't audition for. And the thing is, you're not just the actor, you're the director too. But you've been caught up in the role. You're so caught up, you forgot to even had some power. Start to see where I'm going with this? You've been given a script since your birth. The question is, are you still following it blindly? Or are you ready to rip it up and start writing your own? Alright, now I want you to do something else. Take that paper and sit with it for a while. Reflect on everything you've written down. Ask yourself, how much of this is truly me and how much of it was just handed to me? Then, if you're feeling brave, and I mean really brave, start rewriting it. Imagine who you'd be if you weren't defined by everything you've been told to be. Start living the story you want to tell, not the one you've been handed. Now, if you feel like sharing that journey, comment below with what you realized about yourself. I'd love to hear what you've discovered. Let's have a real conversation about rewriting this script. You know, Seneca once said, we suffer more often in the imagination than reality. So, let's ask, how much of your life is built on imagination? The labels, the past, the fears, how much of it is suffering? The suffering you've created in your own mind. So, until next time, I want you to just ponder that stuff for quite a bit. But next time, you know what? We're going to be just diving into something even wilder. Quantum entanglement, or as I like to call it, spooky action at distance. Because Einstein literally called it that. But for now, enjoy your existential crisis, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for taking this journey with me today. If you found value in it, make sure to give it one of those thumbs up, subscribe and all that good stuff. Do share it with someone who might be on a similar path, or might find this crazy video really interesting. Because when I did something like this at first, I thought, whoa, that's spooky. But you know what? Until then, I love you, and I really do miss you.